Hello, 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 Scorpios. How are you guys doing? Hope everybody is good and fine. Everybody is healthy and strong. I'm Patty and I'm your empath. I'm not your empath, but I'm an empath that does intuitive tarot and intuitive coaching. And today we're actually doing the reading for September. Oh my gosh, get me started. September 28th to October 4th. Oh Lord, I hope it doesn't go this way the whole day. Anyway, so we're going to get started here. We're going to find out what the energies are for the oracles for the week, and then we'll go shoot into the cards and find out what's going on, what the divine wants to share with us, and anybody on the other side would like to share as guidance. So most of my intuitive tarot is more guidance. It's not predictive, but sometimes it does that too. That's actually quite interesting. So let's go. 28th through the 4th for my Scorpios. Please give us the energies for the 28th through the 4th. We have also, too, a lot of energies going on the 29th, so be prepared for that because there's 5 planets in one little quadrant in Virgo, and so it's going to be a very interesting day, actually, because you have so many planets in one little area all fighting for Virgo. So we'll go from there. So first card out is Slow and Steady. That's our first energy out. And that's also the number 12 on this oracle deck, which means it's 3. Something new is coming, some new beginning, something starting. Whoa, thank you very much. Oh, wow, we got 4 of them. Oh, hopefully all these energies. Let's see which one came out first. So education came out next. So it just means something learning, slow and steady. When you do learn something, so these 2 energies side by side, when we want to learn something, it does take time to learn something. You got to learn something new, whether that's, like if you're a nurse, you have to do continuing education and those kind of things. Could be that. It could be school. It could be learning something on the job. It doesn't mean that it's just school itself. We got storm fields. And then we also have spirit of place. So we've got quite a few energies here, which would be expected because Mars is really going all over the place. Also, we have a full moon coming in on the 1st. We got 2 full moons in October, and October is going to be very interesting. The second full moon is going to be very interesting. First moon's a harvest moon. So let's see what we got as far as I'm looking at numerology here. We're all over the board. Okay, so spirit of place. Let's look at that. If you see me slapping myself, we've got ants, and it's like, oh gosh, I put out all the tarot stuff. It's called TERRO, the poison. That's the best stuff that you could actually do, but it takes a while for it to happen. So I might slap myself if I feel like there's an ant crawling on me. So we have spirit of place. And that's our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it and embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, trees, birds, mountains, and rivers have their own essences. When the spirit of place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is overarching theme of circumstances. So is your question struggle? The answer is relax, let go. Of your need to control a situation. If your inquiry relates to love, then embody love rather than long for it. Once you find the essential truth that lies in your question and then name it, you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is authenticity, which is you. Your answer's in you, pretty much. So for the 4 energies, we have the storm field next to this one here, which is sandwiched between education. And then, of course, slow and steady was the first energy out. Now, what all this means is whatever is coming to you or whatever you're going through, actually, education can actually emotionally give you some ups and downs. can give you some frustrations. If you have a passion for something, you'll absorb things much more quickly. You'll understand things better, more clearly than some others would that don't really have that passion. And that's where your answers come within you. So if you're seeking something, so apparently there is something that is creating a turmoil in you, like a storm. But again, the spirit of place is looking at the opposite of it. You know, if you're searching for love, if you really want love, well, embrace it. It'll come to you. It's a law of attraction kind of a thing. So that's where that's coming from. But there is a lot of energies here. This can go so many ways, especially the storm fields, because that's an inner storm. This is not a storm externally, although we're having one. We've had one for the last day. But this is an internal, what do you call it? It's not unbalanced. It's just sort of like it's an upheaval. You don't feel comfortable. Things are just not right. Things are being sort of turned upside down. Things are not happening the way that you'd hope them to. Things are taking you on a different path that you really want to be on. And that's where your struggle is, because change, and maybe you have to learn something new that you don't really want to learn new, but you have to. And that's bringing an internal struggle. So that's why looking at yourself and asking yourself, what is it that I'm having a conflict with? And then actually, like the spirit of places, either embrace it. If you're fighting it, take it easy. Don't worry about it so much. Those kind of things. So you just do the opposite. And remember law of attraction. Remember law of attraction. Now, this is going to be your week energies. So whatever is happening in this week, remember to just sort of flip it in your mind to just find that law of attraction that will bring it to you, if it's something that you want. Now, if it's something that you want to go away, you have to put those energies out to make it go away. Toxic relationship, something that isn't working, something that isn't happening. You'd be surprised at the power you have, not only with thought and with word. Thanks, that's not funny. So I'm being told, yeah, remember when I'd met a really nice young man from the Caribbean. Very nice. His name was Marseille. And he was the sweetest young man. And he was attracted to me. I'm a little older, so I was like, But the thing was, the more he got to know me, he's like, are you a witch? I'm like, no. My daughter's like, yeah, she is. Like, no, I'm not. Because of the way of the law of attraction and the things that I attract. Just a funny little story. Anyway, you got to be careful what you wish for, what you ask for. My daughter's learned that out because she's gotten something that she thought she wanted and she asked for it and she got it. And now she's like, dang. And it happened to be a job. So it's like, careful what you ask for. Emperor out in the very first card, we have some authority, which would go with maybe mentoring and that kind of a thing. Somebody with very old wisdom, could be in relation to the education. It could be a father figure. It could be an uncle. It could be more of a masculine figure is what I'm feeling. Doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm feeling. Four of Wands. Four of Wands is about celebration, unity, coming together, communication, possibly. Something coming together in communication. But somebody's having some real internal struggles. I don't know who that's for. I just feel these energies. They get angry really easy. They're not used to it. Oh, okay. They're not used to it. They don't understand why they're getting angry, or they have so much more anxiety. That's for somebody. And that in this week, if it's a woman and this relates to you, might understand that it could be your hormones, especially if you're getting older. Even, do you know that you can start menopause at the age of 30? Your hormones can start going at the age of 30, crazy. So this mood swings and changes and things like that. And maybe you're feeling really weepy, get really weepy. Sometimes if you're an empath, that could be that there's an energy around you. Or a spirit energy around you. If you get really, really weepy, because they get too close, that kind of thing. But for a lot of women, these hormonal changes will just get your uprising. Been there, done that. And I went off all my hormones because my mom died of breast cancer. I have a girlfriend that fought breast cancer, and I'm not going to do that to myself. But the thing is, your hot flashes even go worse. So my hot flashes are worse, and it's just like I'm a heater all the time. Okay, so Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups, she's all about intuition, knowing exactly what she is getting herself into. She follows her intuition. She goes with everything with her intuition, her spirit, and she follows that. And we've got the Page of Cups, which is very interesting because that brings a message. So, and then we have Old Wisdom, not too far behind that. So there's something going on here that something needs to be taught. I will be interested to see if the Hierophant comes up. But there is something to be taught, because if we've got old wisdom and we've got intuition and we've got our main energies of slow and steady education, storm fields, and spirit of place, this is a spiritual working for you, something that you're working on in your spirit and trying to figure out. Also, too, just remember, again, the 29th, that's when all the planets, or there's 5 planets as the stellium, are coming into, on the 29th, into Virgo. Now, some of the planets are going out. I can't remember which ones going out, and then some of them are coming in. But this is a really conflicting energy day. So on the 29th and the 30th, as the one planet scoots out into Libra, then it's just going to be, and then you got to turn around, and then you've got the full moon on the 1st, the harvest moon on the 1st. So you've got all kinds of energies. And the energies towards the end, the last day for you guys, is going to be an uncertainty. So those 5 planets, it's just going to be like boing, 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 boing. They're bouncing off each other, and there's going to be some uncertainty. And that's just part of Mars retrograde as well. So you've got not only all those planets, Mars retrograde, you got a full moon coming in. And so you just got to take a deep breath and be patient with yourself. And this here probably has to do with some of this, because you do have the storm field, remember. So again, internal stuff. The one thing here again, with these cards out, with the Queen of Cups and the Page of Cups especially, we want to make sure that whatever this message coming in or has come in during this week, that we look at it with our intuition. Step back, take a second, look at it, because if it's coming in on the 29th or 30th, if this is being presented to you or you're presenting something to somebody, remember that all those planets in Virgo are very analysis-based, focused-based. Virgo is very focused. So it's just going to be like a big funnel. Focus, cross those T's, dot those I's, and all that kind of stuff. So make sure whatever that is coming in on the end of the month for you guys, that you do cross your T's, pay attention to the details, because there's going to be some communication. It's good communication. This is going to be a good thing. This is going to be a good thing for you guys. Yeah. More communication. So again, though, with everything that's going on here, remember, we're slow and steady. This is a communication card, but it also is one that you're looking into the future a little bit. So if you're planning something, some travel, you're planning a move, or you're planning maybe for your future, going to school or a new job or relocation, that kind of thing. That's a good thing, but make sure you focus in on the right now as well. You want to plant the seeds and get the ducks in the row, but you don't want to think of the way out future so much. You just want it to plan it. This is more of a planning time. So this also too might come as a message for somebody who resonates, is that they are going to travel. Somebody's going to ask to go travel. Okay. So what I'm hearing is whoever is going to get that offer to go travel, because my day job, I'm a travel agent. So there's going to be a lot of countries opening up and a lot of places opening up. But the thing is that in this, you really want to be careful, because I'm getting, and I don't know who this is for. So somebody's going to ask you of the opposite sex to go on a trip. Your intuition's going to sort of question it, like, I don't know if I should be doing this right now. Maybe it's too soon. Please go with your intuition. Please follow your intuition. And if it has to do with you have to pay your own way or pay their way, I'm getting a real strong, like, well, I'll pay you back kind of energy. Don't do it. Don't do that. But I feel like it's, like somebody's trying to be a relationship, saying, let's go away for the weekend. We'll get to know each other better. Follow whatever your intuition is telling you. Like, yes, this is a good thing. If it's like, I'm not ready, then don't do it. Please don't do it. I don't know who that's for. But travel, it could be a travel. Okay, thank you. So this could be a travel also too, of somebody that you already know, somebody you feel safe with. Like, again, I said, pay attention to your intuition if this is an opposite sex type of friendship, relationship. And two, thank you. Two, if it is a friendship and you want to go and have a really good time or whatever it is, maybe even a day trip or something. I don't know. It's just something coming up in the future. But the other thing too is remember that friends don't cross over certain lines. In that sense, because this is a safe friendship. This is somebody that you've known, you've trusted, but when you cross over that line, it can really either damage or ruin it. But also too, it's hard to go back to being just friends. Been there, done that. So yeah, so just be really, really mindful of that. If you are asked to travel, got to be very careful of these days. Especially if you're dating, never get in somebody's car, never say, oh yeah, let's go to and they're driving where they have control of everything. You just have to be really, really careful. I mean, I've been in that, and I'm single and dating, and some guy said, well, let's go to the beach for the weekend. I don't know you that well. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're going to stuff me in your trunk. No. It's scary. It's scary. Be one of those Criminal Minds shows. I don't know if you've ever saw it, but it's funny. All right, it's not funny. I can't watch it anymore. Being criminal justice, working with that kind of background, I can see somebody doing some of that twisted stuff. No. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but for somebody out there, if you're dating and these things resonate with you, please take heed. Please take heed. There's only one you. All right. Yeah. Boy, we got intuition all over the place. So we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess. So for somebody, let's see, education. Oh, okay. Okay. So she can have a lot of meanings. And for somebody, now this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but it is going to resonate with somebody out there. I don't know who, but congratulations. Is that, slow and steady and learning. And it is a storm field because it's unexpected. Is somebody's either finding out they're pregnant, got pregnant, somebody is getting pregnant. and that kind of thing, and that's what they're finding out. And it is going to be a learned process. That is going to be a learned process, and it is a storm field. When it hits you, it's like all of a sudden you're like, I'm what? Yeah, so that's for somebody. That's not for everybody, but she's also about fertility. Also, too, she's intuitive as well, but she also is protecting something. She's protecting something. So I don't know who that's for, but whoever you're protecting, please listen to your intuition again. What you're protecting or who you're protecting. It could even be an animal. You know, when you rescue an animal, it may need protection. Oh, yeah. Because there's some old wisdom here. And then there's intuition. Travel. Somebody's protecting something. What is it they're protecting? Okay, thank you. So the way that my intuition works is I hear things, and as I'm looking at the cards, they ask me to look at certain things. And so this time they asked me to look at the kids and the playing and the fun. And when I asked, you know, what is it? I've got goosebumps. What is it that you're protecting? Who is it you're protecting? I don't know who this is for, but it's got to resonate with somebody, because I am just, if you could see my skin, I have goosebumps all over, and it's not cold in here. So that's just the way it works. But so I feel like somebody is hiding someone or something, but I want to say it's a someone, a little person. And that could be from an abuse. It could be that they're hiding or taking care of someone or keeping their secret about an abuse. And that little one feels, and this little one could be the thing is about abuse, trust me, I know firsthand, and also studied that in school, in college, did my own homework and all that kind of stuff. Thing about abuse though, and if you're hiding someone or helping someone through their abuse, they've been hiding that for a long, long, long time. They've been hiding it for a long time. It's very, very fragile. But the thing too is that they feel safe. So you're protecting them. They're feeling safe with you, or you're feeling safe with someone that you can share this with. And when I say a little person, I mean that to be, you could be grown up, but that little person is still controlling, and you're making your decisions and your choices and everything, and you don't realize it. You're making decisions based off of a little girl or a little boy inside of you, of what and how they did that when they were little, if that makes sense for somebody. But I do feel like somebody is very protective or hiding, helping someone hide the secret or hide the truth, which it does come out, and it's a healing process. This is definitely a healing process and an education, and it is slow and steady, because maybe somebody doesn't know that the abuser was that kind of a person when they came off very nice, very kind, very, very, oh, that he could never do that. She could never do that, because abuse can be done by a woman as well, or a girl. They could never do that. It's like bestiality, killing animals or being cruel to animals and things like that. So this is for somebody. I don't know who it's resonating with. So let's see how we can get through this week. I believe that the only way to get through it is truth and love. That's really the only way. Share it, talk about it, get help with it, truth and love. And that's where the old wisdom comes in. That's where the old, strong mentor, father figure, protector, like, let's get through this mentally and spiritually. Physically, that can be healed, but it's the mental and the emotional that really takes a long, long time. Long, long time. So we have the 9. This is definitely a different energy. The 9 of Pentacles. And we also have the 3 of Pentacles. So, boy, what a shift. I can just feel that whole energy shift. That energy went away. The 9 of Pentacles is great. Okay, so because remember, we're working on something at the end of the month. We're working to go into the month, so we have to plant seeds. So it's a time of releasing, but it's also a time of joy. It's a time of actually getting ready to bring in some new things. And this has to do with creating. We're going to be creating some type of, it has to do with your career. It has to do with learning. So the 3 of Pentacles is all about either you're learning something or you're teaching something. And it's actually it's been a slow process, but it's a good process, because in the very beginning, or in the very middle, is the 9 of Pentacles, which she's almost completed whatever it is, what you're learning about, or what you're being educated about, or that kind of thing. But the thing is, she's almost done, but she is already reaping the rewards. So whatever it is in this education, this storm field, and then also too, remember, it's all about law of attraction. So whatever this is coming pretty much to an end. And because we have our first card out being 12, which is 3, it is something new in aware. It's becoming aware. You're becoming aware. So this is something good. So all this hard effort and this, believing in it and staying with it and sticking with it is going to bring you a lot, because you're basically staying with your intuition. So I don't know who that's for. That is definitely for someone. And again, this may be an offering that is coming to you. Definitely. All right. So many different energies in here. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So many different energies in here. And I think that's normal because of the moon, the Mars, and then also to all the planets on the 29th. Just remember, the end of the month, it is going to be sort of a kerfuffle of energies. So just be kind to yourself, listen to yourself. Yeah. And this is typical. You got to have something to end before you can have something new. So something is ending because we're actually finishing it, right? But something new is starting, and this is great. We've got number 3 in the very beginning, slow and steady. It's been coming, and you've been working at it. You've been learning something. You've been doing something about it. So that's not that is definitely part of it. Yeah. Okay, 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups. Don't walk away from it right now, whatever it is that you're thinking about walking away from. Don't do that quite yet. Yeah, don't do that yet. Even though remember the law of attraction. Somebody's trying to walk away from something, and this is not the time. Again, I'm going back to this energy here. It's not the time to walk away from it. All right. All right. Yeah, the eight of there's like some shame there. There's some embarrassment, and I think it has to do with this energy here and the little person, the abuse. There's energy of shame, being shy. They don't want to be seen, or they don't want to talk about it. So there's that. All right. Is there anything else, Divine, that I would need to share with this? There's just so much going on. Law of attraction, I keep coming up with that, and some people don't like that terminology, but whatever it is, the end of the week that they're wanting me to share is that make sure that whatever you are desiring and it hasn't been coming to you, to do the opposite. So if somebody's talking really negative, like, well, I'll never have that, I'll never be able to afford that, that actually you are producing that, so you don't get it, whatever it is. You have to turn around, and the law of attraction, it's sort of like a magnet. You have to say, okay, you know what, right now I can't, but I'm going to work hard, or I'm going to do this, and I am going to get it. I am going to have that thing, and that magnet will stick together. Whereas if you're like, well, I don't want that, and well, okay, fine, I won't, and it's just sort of like a negative. And so you really, really, really have to focus. I think for you guys, Scorpios, you're going to really have to really, really focus on the intuition big time. Whatever it is you're learning, be patient with it. It's coming. You're getting through it. And if for those of you, it could be school, but who's learning something, or you're having to teach something, be patient with the person with that, so they can actually absorb everything. And when your intuition is off this week, please, please, please pay attention to that. These are the planets with all the uncertainty. You're going to question things, and the only way to get the true answer is really listen to your heart, your intuition, and what is going on there. If you get a funny feeling about something, listen to that funny feeling. If you say, well, yeah, feels really good, I'm going to do it, then, go forward and do it. But this is a week that really, it's all about self-reflection and how I'm attracting what I want. That's a pretty big part of it, because something's ending so that you can have whatever this is that you want. All right. So Scorpios, that was your reading today. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it resonated somewhere with you. I am going to be doing, if you aren't subscribed and you didn't get the notification, that I am going to be doing a reading on the 28th, open reading for the moon and the retrograde that's coming in for the 1st through the 15th. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell. You'll be notified when I'm on, and then we'll have fun. You will be able to ask questions, just like here. You can always ask questions, chime in and say, hey, I'm so-and-so, I'm from blah, blah, blah. I love to see people, and I love to interact with my viewers. That's why I do these live. And then I replay them. I record them and then replay them. But I do these Tuesday through Friday, so that everybody can at least have a chance. And I try to do them at different times to see what's the best time to come on. So would love to have you comment on when's a good time for you guys to do readings if you'd like to watch them live. So I appreciate you guys coming. Please don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell, or share and like. And we'll see you again next time on the 5th. I am just having it. It's one of these energy days. Oh my gosh. You guys have a good day.